Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. We are looking at Hailey Bieber's makeup. She's doing her makeup in a video called My Peachy Beachy Summer Makeup. Get ready with me. Now, Hailey Bieber's obviously the founder of is she? Of Rhode Cosmetics. I'm not a fan of her makeup style. I know a lot of people are. It's very this like clean girl, you know, like it's glorified skincare basically. I can understand why people like it. It's just not my style. I like a little bit extra, you know what I mean? But that is what we are looking at today. Do go ahead and consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. You can subscribe to my reaction channel here for more commentary, reaction, things, whatever you want to call it, doesn't faze me. I have to say, with a lot of these reaction videos when we're watching a celebrity do their makeup, their techniques are often a lot better than influencers, for example. They have a lot more of a nicer style, a nicer technique. It's not overly done, it's not overly cakey, which is personal preference, but there's a way to wear full coverage and not have it be heavily done. You know what I mean? Okay, let's take a look. My Peachy Beachy Summer Makeup, get ready with me. As I always say before these videos, creativity and individuality have no rules, which means do whatever you want with your makeup. But makeup does have a theory, and that is what we are looking at in this video. So I'm guessing beachy means like lightweight, easy to wear, you know, when it doesn't feel like there's loads of crap on your face. Doesn't feel like you're wearing too much makeup, you know, just think lightweight for the beach and peachy.
Hey everyone, it's Hailey. I haven't made a video like this in a while. I'm excited to be back, and today I'm going to be doing kind of my go-to summer beachy, glowy, bronzy tutorial. Here we go. I'm going to start with the glazing milk, which is my favorite. The thing I really like about glazing milk under my makeup, especially in the summertime, is that it's so glowy and moisturizing and so good for the skin barrier without being heavy. I feel like the glazing milk is perfect, and it sits so beautifully under makeup.
So I just had to look it up. The glazing milk is like an essence, so serum-esque in texture, but not really. Lightweight skin prep under makeup that you're going to be wearing somewhere that's, I'm guessing, hot. When you go into the beach, right? It's not, you don't often go there when it's cold, unless you live in England. Lightweight products like that is a really great idea to wear underneath your makeup because you're still hydrating. Every skin type needs, whether you're oily, dry, whatever, but it's not so much hydration that it's going to start to interfere with your makeup. It'll be interesting to see what other skin care she uses underneath.
Just massage it in a little bit and keep it really simple. And just go over the top with peptide glazing fluid. Just get that all nice.
So another product with that kind of like glaze, like obviously it's going to give her glow to the skin. This is a serum, according to their website. So again, another lightweight product underneath foundation, which I think is really good. It's really key. You don't have to use everything under your foundation, especially when you're going somewhere hot or you're going somewhere where you don't want that full coverage again, but you want your skin to be glowy and foundation to last a long time.
Nice and soaked in. I'm so excited for summer. I always am. And the first thing I'm going to start with is bronzing wand that I've been using. That isn't just a bronzing wand. It bronzes, but also it has self-tanner in it. Contour and bronze a little bit. And
so contour and bronzing aren't the same thing. I thought we'd done this. I thought we'd been through this. Contouring is to mimic the shadow of your bone structure. Bronzing is exactly that, to bronze your skin and make it look like you have been bronzed, which reminds me, I forgot to contour. It's interesting that she's doing this. Are we not doing foundation? I mean, her skin is pretty much perfect. It has this beautiful glow to it. And it's very even in terms of texture. So interesting. I wonder if she's doing underpainting or whatever.
blend it in. Bronzed. And now I'm going to go in with concealer.
I do think it's really important when you're bronzing there are different tones of bronzer, and you can see just on the skin, it's a very orangey shade for her. It's not the best. The one I'm wearing now is even too orangey for me. I was trying a different one and I was like, it's maybe too orangey, especially around the forehead. So it would be nicer to go for something cooler or something that doesn't verge on contour, or something a bit more neutral, because I mean, maybe this washes away. She does say it was a self-tanner too, but it's if we're going for like natural, it doesn't look so good. And peachy, yes, this is a peachy summer look, but there's peach and then there's orange. Peach still does have some pinkness to it, you know?
This is the Hourglass concealer. I love this concealer. It's so creamy and beautiful, and it has just stayed a staple in my makeup routine with the underpainting. I mean, look at how nice.
Underpainting.
That's just melted.
I just want to focus on this. Okay, so what this here, right? So obviously she's gonna cut this off right here and create more structure here, but the structure she has there is already amazing. This will be nice to kind of soften up this shape here that's quite prevalent on the face. It's kind of just like a shape, if that makes sense. So that would be quite nice to blend that in, but she doesn't have to do this. Also, her face already is kind of like, it's not too long, it's not too round. This will be a good idea, especially if you have a really long face, to kind of cut off the length a little bit to kind of harmonize the face shape. But
to my skin. The other thing I love about this concealer is that it blends so.
She blended it, and where's the benefit of that? You know what I mean? You can actually just see how it's kind of just here also. We don't need to add unnecessary steps to our makeup routine. In general, if it doesn't, yeah, I mean, you can do what you want. So in terms of like why that product was there, I personally don't see the benefit from that product. It's a little bit smoother just in this area, but that's it.
So effortlessly right into the skin. It like presses and melts right into the skin.
I'm interrupting this quite a bit because the video is only 5 minutes long. The brush she's using is incredible for skin products. I haven't used that one in particular, but you can just see from the shape, very I was gonna say stubborn, very hard, dense. It's gonna blend cream products, especially into those creamy bases or those serum-esque skincare products. It's gonna blend beautifully because it's pushing it into the skin. It's becoming part of the skin. It's a beautiful option for a brush.
Into the skin, it like presses and melts right into the skin, and I think that's so stunning.
Presses and melts, that's it.
So I feel good about that as my underpaint, if you will. And now I want to kind of marry everything together.
So concealer before foundation. Here's how I feel about this, right? I do my under eye concealer before foundation because I use it to cut off my eyeshadow and make more of a rigid shape. But I feel like you should do your foundation first, see how much that covers, and then do any color correction, and then do concealer. Color correction can go on first, because you're neutralizing the tones underneath. But a lot of the time you'll find your foundation just does it. And if you don't, and if it doesn't, then color correct slightly before. But you do kind of like, I don't know, it's not the biggest deal. Like, of course you can put in your concealer before, but I hope that makes sense. Like, do your foundation, which is like your neutralizing base, and then go in with your concealer and get those areas that still need coverage.
With the skin, so I'm gonna use the Hourglass Hydrating Skin Tint. I love a skin tint when I don't want to use foundation, because usually even when I'm using foundation, I kind of dilute it. I always mix it with my peptide glazing fluid, but I find with a skin tint, because of how light it is, I don't need to do that. I love that. I love that it's really hydrating, really glowy, the perfect thing for summertime skin. It kind of is in the style of date night, summer date night vibes. I like to put it on the back of my hand first and then just pick up with the brush from there.
Good. Slow and steady with the application. No dripping on the face. I did like how I was kind of thinking, what's she doing when she was applying that foundation? She went in those areas where she knew she had a bit more redness first. The way she's using the brush is a bit strange. Do I have one like it? I guess I have a miniature version. Where's that one? So this is one from Rose and Ben. She's kind of like, the angle of that brush, you kind of just need to swipe down all the time, and if you're gonna go back on yourself, you twist the brush around, because you see when I go up this way, there's this kind of tug and jolt, and it's not the best way to use a brush. So she's using the brush a little bit strange, but it looks good. It's getting the job done.
I like to put it on the back of my hand first and then just pick up with the brush from there. You can kind of see how it's just buffing everything together and making it really seamless and beautiful. So nice on the skin. I'm just gonna put a little bit of powder in a couple places while I do my cheeks and my eyes. This is the Hourglass translucent powder. I'm just gonna start to seal in those couple places that I like to not be as glowy, because then it kind of comes across as greasy.
There's a difference between glowing, sweating, and looking greasy. So people put highlighter on their chin here, and it's like you're dribbling, you know? Glow here can look like oil, glow here can look like sweat. So you don't always have to mattify the whole of your face. It's when and where you need it, and that is such a good trick. That's such a good tip, because you can just look greasy or oily or like you're dribbling.
And not glowy. Now for cheeks. I'm gonna go in with this kind of sunburnt, bronzy, terracotta kind of color first. I'm gonna just go in and tap that all in. I'm taking it all the way up. And I'm gonna be mixing 2 different colors.
This is nice. It's nice placement. She has quite strong cheekbones all the way up, and especially with that tanny thing she did here. So it's nice that she's balancing it out, balancing out the blush here and here. Really beautiful. And I like the way she's taking it up here. It's very summery, very beachy, very like, oh, I just caught the sun.
The other color I'm gonna go in with is kind of has a little bit of like a pinky orange tone to it, which that's my favorite for summertime, is like this pop. Next, what I'm gonna do is I really like Hourglass eyeshadow, and
I would do something here. Maybe warm this up a little bit, because now we have all this warmth here. You can actually still see a bit of blue poking through, because it's quite a light concealer in comparison to the rest of the face. I would warm this up somehow.
Pin, as I feel like it kind of marries together the blush into the eyelids. So nice. Almost there. I'm gonna go in again with blushes. It's the same color I have on my cheeks. And the last thing I want to do is a little highlight. Simple, glowy, beautiful pop of color on the cheek. I am obsessed with this, and this is the vibe I'm going for all summer long. Obsessed. This is the final look. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you love it, and see you next time.
Okay, let's have a little bit of a closer look here. This is really beautiful, really, really nice makeup, really good for, you know, every day. One thing I would watch out for is highlight over eyebrow hairs. I don't know if you can see here, I put product over my brow hairs because I'm getting them done next week. And I'm trying not to touch them and just let them do, so the professional can sort them out. But it's obvious, right? It's obvious texture, especially when you put something like a highlighter or something reflective over hairs, over texture like that. It makes it even more prominent. So I would watch out there with that. This area here, the warmth from the blush, if I was being really picky, the warmth from the blush, especially when it's on the nose, makes this now look extremely cold. So I would warm that up. Maybe just a warmer concealer, a tiny bit of warmer concealer. Or she could have maybe even used a tiny bit of that tan bronzer, just a tiniest amount on under the eye before she put on her concealer, and mix it in a little bit, because that looks now kind of icy. It's blue. You see that bluey white tone. But it's a beautiful look. I think it's really, really nice. I think her skin looks great, and it's beautiful. Okay, let me know your opinions down below. Do consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.